Hello, welcome back to EU4. And yeah, I was in the middle of recording yesterday, but I decided that with all the noise, rather than trying to continue and getting even more frustrated, I stopped. I did one episode and then I stopped. So I'm continuing today. And what was I doing? That's actually the biggest thing. I think it was something about Savoy, right? Yeah, attack Savoy once the truce is over. And then see if I can get as much as possible. And then we should try to attack France. Right. That's what it was. Okay. Let's yeah, and I think if I can just take Reims and Troyes from France, that's going to be very good. Like, that's probably the best thing I can do. Get those two, so I get all of Champagne. And then I can do something like taking Normandy and Ile-de-France and Orléans. And then, of course, Savoy down here. But yeah, we have expanded a little bit, but we have sort of stopped because of aggressive expansion. Let's let time. Okay, our consort died. Okay. Limburg. That should be going away soon. Now, right, it did spawn the reformation. I will try to remove the great privilege because we can do it at this point, if I'm not wrong. So, however, to actually remove it, we need to have the burghers' loyalty needs to be higher than their influence. Which I'm not really sure how plausible that is. We'll see. It will happen, it's just a question of when it will happen. Let's see, we need 30, right? And the next month we will have... So what we need to do is start preparing our troops. The truce is over. Now, we need to declare now, basically. So, since... and this is something to be very aware of. A nation which you have a truce with that you want to attack might not actually get any alliances during that peacetime, during that truce you have with that nation. However, once it's over, within a month, they can get a lot of alliances, and it can be really annoying ones like Savoy allying France, or Milan, or Austria or Bohemia or the Ottomans. So you should always try to, once you have the truce is over pop-up in the middle of the window, always declare at once, immediately. Because that means he cannot get any alliances. Let's see. We should go for these ones. Yeah, I think we should. Now, I don't want to give Geneva anything for a few reasons. One of them, Savoy, is in the Empire. That's the first one. The second one is I'm allied with Austria, so I will not be asked to return anything. However, and this is something important to note, is that my vassal, Geneva, isn't allied to Austria, so Austria will ask Geneva to give it back. And most of the time, they will. The only way to force, to make sure that, and this is so stupid, to ensure that you never get the unlawful territory modifier on your provinces that you gave to your vassal, is to make sure you stay at war. So any of the provinces that you give to a vassal, regardless of which vassal it is and which nation it is that's your vassal, is to make sure that you give the provinces to that vassal, and then either immediately or even before you send that peace deal, where you give the provinces to your vassal, have a war going. It's super important to actually have a war ongoing when the vassal is coring Empire land. But let's see, we should go for Brescia. So let's go for that, and boom. I think you should just go there. You can... because it's these two only, right? Yeah. I think we will try to get some... Whoa. I wasn't really prepared to stack wipe like that. Honestly. And then I will make sure that my vassal Saluso try to be useful. Right, I have this. Trying to get innovativeness is the best thing to do if you can get it by any means, really. Try to get it. However, you never know, so... right, I need 3 cannons. And during this war, we will see that aggressive expansion is ticking down, so we should be getting... We should be getting a few good things here and there. Oh, we almost have it. We could almost take Baden as a vassal. That would be so nice if we could do that. Okay. No, that's not good. Okay, that's more acceptable. That's... I really do like having at least a bit of maneuver, but a 3-3... having 3 in shock and fire and then 2 in siege is... It's fine. It's going to be adequate for this war, at least. Now, they have destroyed a bit with the possibility of getting... I need to move so I don't take attrition. I really need to be careful with manpower. Let's see what... That's 9. I really need to be careful with manpower because, yeah, we don't really have that much leeway in our manpower pool, so dividing up like this is important. Now, what I want to do with this here is that I want to peace out 3 leagues and Bregans for as much money as possible. Okay, we have a lot of claims on France, thanks to events and so on. We should be fine in that regard. Let's see when we have... how is it looking? Yeah, we can't colonize anything so far. That's too bad. That is too bad. Oh, the capital is now... What I will do is keep like 6 standing there and then have a few... I need to go up there and relieve that. Let's take that one. Since the race war taxes is now costing us 0, I will have it on. Let's do that. Let's move you over there and... oh, rather like this. Helping out a bit, and let's move you over there. Oh, there. Anything really at this point. he's going to take it. No, he didn't. Good. But he might take it now. Or is he? Will I make it? Yes, I will make it. Now, this is something I really don't like, is just looking at this battle here without mousing or anything, it looks like we have a terrain penalty. However, that's not the case. This is something to be very aware of during the Age of Discovery, is that we have the adaptive combat terrain. And if we take a look, it's based upon what you have in your capital. So we have farmlands. What do we have up here? Farmlands, which means that this is actually a +1 instead of a -1. So he got absolutely wrecked. Now he's probably on his way there. Yep. And let's see if we can, because I only need 3 there. Let's do this. Let's speed up a bit so we can get this. Now, sitting and sieging like this drains your manpower. However, we actually want to do this because if we allow the war to continue, we will have more opportunities to lower the aggressive expansion a bit before we actually increase it again. However, if you feel like I need to end the war right now, immediately, then you should go ahead and do it. You should end the war if you feel like you need to end the war. There we go. Just one more siege and we will be... There we go. We are now done. Let's bring you home. Let's take these one at a time. Now, I could vassalize these two over here, but I'm not going to for a few reasons, and most of it is since they're not co-belligerents, even if I do them as vassals, they are going to get me a lot of aggressive expansion, which I could put into getting land from like France or Savoy, which would be a lot better. Now, let's break your alliance with Berg. And that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, because it's going to cost, just taking 3 leagues as an example here, it's going to cost us 51 war score, and it's going to get us 20 aggressive expansion. Now, that's not necessarily bad. However, if we take a look at the joint, like this, we take them as a vassal and then one province, and we are up to coalition levels of aggressive expansion. Whereas if we clear and then we're still not that high, still no coalition. Now we're getting into coalition territory, and we are getting 3 provinces instead of what we had before. Now, we can't get the capital. This is also something to be aware of. The capital costs more aggressive expansion because it's the capital. So it might actually be better to isolate the capital so that you move it and then take the province which you wanted to take to begin with, instead of doing something like this. Because just the capital is 27 aggressive expansion. That's more than these two together. And just slightly more. These three is just slightly more than just the capital. So I think we are going to take these three for now, and then later on do another war for that. Now, before we actually do this, I need to like check the mission and see, where is it? I need, oh right. I need right, I need all the provinces. I need all provinces in Romandie, and I need Ciamberi and Brescia. Which means I need to do a war against Switzerland as well, which means it's better to take as much as possible with the least amount of aggressive expansion. So yeah. So I need to take Fribourg and Bern. And Bern is Switzerland's capital, which means it's going to cost a lot of aggressive expansion. And since it's a center of trade, it's also going to be more than it usually is. So, yeah. What is this war? Is this your war? No, it's Beirut, the War of Independence. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Let's, what is France doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is actually do a cheat war against France. Because he has a lot of alliances he shouldn't have, like Castile. Especially Castile. Naples is a bad alliance for me, because Naples is actually strong this game. But it makes sense. Venice, not so much, but yeah, it's Castile that's most, like, the most just no. That's sort of taboo. It's sort of like where Austria and France is allied, or England and France. It's just, I don't know, heresy of some kind at least. But yeah, let's see what we can do. I need to go in here. We should make sure we have it cleared. See if we can squeeze out as much money as possible. And there we go. Remove that access, and we will wait until the 1st, because Oh, right. We're still... I'm going to wait one more year for... For the reason of making the aggressive expansion, not getting us a coalition at all. With that, we can actually... Right, it's 43. Do need to spend a bit of military points because it's getting high. Military power reserve is getting quite high without having anything special to spend it on. Now, how is this war going? Now, Würzburg is... they are taking Baden's capital a bit quicker. This event is something like getting the diplomatic insult casus belli might seem tempting depending on which nation it is. However, I would try to go with the second option, try to ease the tension, because of course depending on the nations in the list, this can get you out of a coalition. This can make it so no one wants to coalition you depending on how close you are to the threshold. So this might tip the scale in your favor, just this event, because plus 60 opinion is quite a lot. Peace offer from Savoy. I will have my eye on this war because I want to send him to Rome and then give me one mercantilism, please. Have I done... Yeah, I've done this click once, so I will... They stopped the freaking siege of Würzburg. Are they stupid? The AI is stupid, so I'm not surprised, but still. Okay, France stopped being allied with Scotland. Why? I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering why. Because France usually want to be allied with Scotland, so they have a valid excuse to go to war against England, despite truces. And Scotland wants to be allied to France, because they will be attacked by England more than once. So yeah, that was a silly move, regardless of who made the click to actually annul the alliance. There we go. 1st of January. Yeah, taking just one more province is just not going to work. What we are going to do is to see if we can give up claims in certain places. Or rather, get me more trade power. Now, this is going to get us a long truce. I think what I'm going to do is actually not take the trade power. I might just take the money straight up. Yeah, so we get 11 years instead of like 15. Yeah, this way I get the provinces I want and the money. Yeah, we will go with that, and with that peace deal, we are going to have to end the episode. I really love this core all button. That is so good. But let's just let time pass slightly so we get the war exhaustion to go down. And yeah, I would probably say that this is a good war. We need to make sure we attack France at this point. Like, we need to attack France at this point. And as you could see, Savoy moved their capital. That means that Ciaberry will actually be... It will be less aggressive expansion. Remember this. Ciaberry in this war, Ciaberry was 27 aggressive expansion. 27. Next war it's going to be lower. You'll see. We will compare and see how expensive it's going to be. Because yes, it's a lot of development, so it's still not going to be cheap. However, not going to be as expensive anymore. But let's wait until we have no war exhaustion and just click the core all button, and then we will end the episode. There we go, core all. I really like that. That's a really good button. I think what we need to do is to... Yeah, what we need to do is actually do this. So we get rid of our inflation. I've been meaning to click that for a long time now, but I haven't done it. And we will, since we have more force limit, go up to the max force limit. But that is where we are going to end this episode. So, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.